Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Ghost City map, and we've got Hyphen from Fiddy clan, and he's in a bit of a platoon with Fiddy players, with Kershaw and Minjin. He's in the T29 Tier 7 US heavy tank, and we know that's a great tank, so let's see what he does with it. Yeah, he must have been having a coffee or something like that. Now he's back to his tank and checking where people are going. Now the other two are in the M2Ys, the new sort of Yo tanks at Tier 7, and it's a Tier 7, Tier 6 game, so they're top tier, which will help. Intelligence yet as to where the enemy are, but we know that there'll be a bit of a brawl. Actually, where you can see the Polak tanks are, that's pretty common. So it's just heading to that area. Some places where you can sort of hide the lower parts of your tank and just shoot over the top, which is pretty good for tanks with strong turrets like the T29. And he wants that Polak Tier 6 to sort of get out of the way, so he's sort of muscling his way forward. Yeah, he's going to go for the commander's hatch on that BK, I think, and just looking at the Polak, just must have just gone over the top, I would think. There's another M2Y around the corner there, and he takes a hit from a Star WT who is unseen at this point, but probably out there with TD's sit. Perhaps where that bush you can see is. In fact, there you go, bounces around from the star. Oh, there's a tank going past, other Polak, but for some reason it bounces. So anyway, too late, he's dead. Gets a very little bit of assisted damage there, and he puts a blind shot in and takes another incoming run from the star, which bounces off him. There we go for the commander's hatch. It's looking like one pen, but no, manages to get just the right spot, so punishes that Polak. There's a few enemy tanks there. The BK's come back, so he might be able to get a shot on here, and he's continuing to bounce the rounds from the star. So again, if you're not sure, just if you see the direction that the damage comes in, just line up with the top of your reticle, and that's exactly where they're going to be. Or obviously you've got to adjust for the distance you think they're at. Oh dear, I just have to... I'm just getting a bit hooked up there. Anyway, let's punish these tanks as well. He continues to bounce the rounds from the star, and he's doing damage quite consistently when he gets the opportunity. And the star goes from again, so he's already at 2.3k, he's bounced now up to 2.7, so he's definitely getting steel wall out of this. Obviously he's being lit by the other tanks there, and they're just trying to do the impossible, which is go through the frontal turret armor of the T29. Does take a hit from the IS, but that's basically as he turned his turret, so not sort of unexpected, but the IS also must be further away, because he's definitely not spotted. There we go, up to nearly 3.5k of bounced damage. Pity it doesn't give you any experience out of that, but it's good to know that your tank can stand up to it. He's going to go for a blind shot, yes he does. Now, it looked like it could have gone in, so we'll have to see if that star ever appears, whether he's below full health. And it's getting spotted again, but it doesn't really matter. Or it shouldn't, but he doesn't want to be spotted while he's turning his turret, I guess. Right, finally manages to take out the Polak tank, and the star is reduced to firing HE to actually do some damage. So that's after we know he's been firing premium rounds for the last few shots, so clearly just getting anxious about doing something. And to be honest, you'd probably be better if he relocated somewhere else. This is not a target-rich environment for that style, not with the T29 here. Right, here we go. AC4 turns up, tier 6 medium tank, and he's been tracked, so might get another shot in before he... So is he not carrying a repair kit, or maybe he's used it and it's in cooldown, but nonetheless he just sat there while Hyphen reloaded and pays the penalty. So you can see Kurgel's moved in there, trying to do a bit more damage, but he's taking some himself. Very aggressive position, but does give him protection. Oh, there's the Star's finally been spotted, and he must have been low health because he's been taken down to almost zero there by Hyphen, and he must... Hyphen, stop zooming in and out, will you? I know it's your game, but we're watching it. Alright, we need to put a stop to that. I'm not sure if Hyphen does that when he gets a bit anxious, but yeah, that's not helping. Now, his platoon pushing in quite hard, so I think Hyphen's going to have to move here. And if he does, we will give back control to his vision. That IS has done damage to him, is down to almost 0 health. And it's still a pretty even battle, I should say. We haven't really looked at the totals, but they're down 1 tank and they're about the same in terms of hit points. So it's clearly a few damaged tanks out there. Now they're 2 tanks down, so it's going to be up to Hyphen, I think, to carry this. He's got 2.5k damage, it's certainly not bad for his tier. Almost double what his hit points are, in fact a bit more than double his own hit points, so that's always a good sign of performance. And here we go. Now IS gets taken out by the Arty, which is always good. And there's that AMX 1375 shooting around. We might just zoom out again. I'm clearly concerned about where the threats are going to come from. And just deciding to not push his luck too far. The Star is still out there, and there's also an Achilles and an M44. Now he's got a reasonable amount of hit points. He could probably suffer a couple of shots from most of those tanks, but perhaps not all together, so just testing his boundaries, and he did get spotted there, so clearly one of the tank destroyers is up on that hill at the back there. And I'm saying, alright, I'm not going to risk going out in the open against a TD that I can't see, because clearly he'll aim for the upper front plate, and shooting down on it means it'll basically bypass the angles. Alright, and there's the AMX 1375. Puts a shot towards him, and he does take a hit from the AMX. Let's see if we can get a shot in him. He's auto-locked him, and he gets the kill, and dodges the Arty, which is nice. So that's basically got it down to the Arty and 2 TDs. Hyphen's been reduced to 267 hit points. And he's been spotted again. That will definitely be the Achilles, I would think. Well, interesting, no rounds coming in, so he's gotten away from the line of sight pretty quickly. Now, I've got to make an impact here. He's got an Arty of his own and a TD. So, what is the Jackson doing? Hiding at the back. Right, it's not good, but he is damaged, so perhaps to be explained, so they can protect the cap. How they're going to flush out the Star. Good question. Well, he wasn't spotted going out there, so perhaps the Star is still in the same location. There's 5 minutes to go, so a bit of time left. Well, the T29 not the fastest tank in the world, so I'm going to go across the whole map. And it's interesting, the Arty's pushing forward. Does he want to go and cap? Or is he just trying to shorten the distances? Oh, in fact, there's the Star WT, and the M44 may have found him. So you're going to try and shotgun. I don't think the Star Hyphen's going to get a shot directly on him. No, unfortunately I think now he is paying the price for being aggressive. Star's already put one shot into him. And it looks like he's dodging the arty. Yep, so they've lost their arty, so that was handy. But we know now where the Steyr is, and he is basically in trouble. So Hyphen now knowing exactly what to do. Comes charging for it, and there he comes out, bang. Nice reaction there from Hyphen, but he knew he was coming. And he puts a shot straight through the Steyr and takes him out. So that's good. So now just the arty and the Achilles to go. And it looks like they're both full health, given the number of hit points that are remaining. So I'd say they haven't been damaged. And they've both got a kill, so we know they're both active, so that still is a concern. But 4 minutes to go. Okay, I've now picked up his brave bills, and he's heading out into the open. His platoon mate's trying to convince the Jackson to go with him. And Jackson deciding to go a slightly more indirect line. But look, potentially also the Achilles is on the move, and even the M44 might be on the move. So what is Hyphen going to find as he comes around the corner? Well, nothing so far, he's not spotted. So he needs to sort of get up on that hill there behind the cap. And he's going to come the most covered way possible. At 32 kilometers an hour. Now, I don't really want to press fast forward at this point because we don't know exactly what he's going to find. There we go, he's found the arty. Arty, perhaps no 6 cents, and he pays the price for that. And the Achilles hasn't ever been spotted so far, but you'd have to guess that he may still be up there. The good thing is, well, he certainly hasn't come out to face directly into Hyphen. And Hyphen recognising there's only 2 minutes left to get the Jackson to go on cap. Because if the Achilles has run away, then there's no one to shoot there. I don't want to sense a draw, and there we go, they found the Achilles on the edge of town. Puts a shot into the Jackson. Hyphen gets one shot into him, and the Jackson kills him and takes him out, which is the last kill of the game, and that is a victory. Well, a nice collection of medals there for Hyphen. The high caliber award for the most damage, and steel wall for blocking, which we predicted, and the cool headed award for which means you blocked at least 10 shots in a row from your enemy tanks. 3.8k of damage means he did get some blind shots in, and he got 5 kills. But look at the block damage there, 3.9k. Now he did actually complete a mission there. It was HT12, which he had already, but he managed to improve the result by getting honours. So he would have been happy with that. That was for the T59. So in terms of the team performance, he finished on top. In fact, the whole platoon from the clan finished on top, so a bit of a carry there by the group of them. No one really did more damage than those 3 tanks, so a bit of a poor performance from the rest of the team. And on the enemy side, the Achilles, who lasted to the end, got the most damage, it appears. Yes, he did, and would have potentially got an ace tanker out of that as well with courageous resistance rewards. So anyway, this is about Hyphen. So he fired 20 shots, 15 hit, 14 penetrations. He did get some mission payouts, which helped with income. He spent a fair bit on ammunition, but he still made a decent profit of 63k. So very nice result there. Sure he's pretty happy with that. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks for watching.